Hey Wildcats, welcome back to another episode. I'm here with Ben Harrison. We're gonna talk about film, the Instagram page that you're running, the AATL film page. We're gonna talk about the updates on the girls game, the boys soccer game, and the basketball game, all district games. Let's dive right into it. So starting off with the boys soccer team, you guys did end up losing 1-2. Tell me about that. What happened?
Yeah, so we lost in regionals, which is the furthest we've ever made it. And so it was a good experience. It was the regional quarterfinals. It was an unfortunate loss. They scored against us, but a great equalizer was scored by Cooper Alvaro. He's definitely our best player. He does fantastic on offense.
Was it like a bicycle kick? What was it?
No, he dribbled past the keeper and then slotted it into an empty net. It's his favorite move. Yeah. But then they scored. There were like 10 minutes left, and they took a shot under pressure, and they were able to get it past Riley from a considerable distance, and we just didn't have time to come back. It was an unfortunate loss.
How devastated were you guys? I know that probably sucked.
We were devastated. I mean, especially the seniors like Gino and Johnny and Jack. It was all their last season, but it was a great season because last year the boys team lost in the district final, which we won this year on penalties after it was 1-1 for regular time. It went all the way through overtime. Then we won on penalty kicks, and that was a great game, great experience. And the bus ride back was crazy. We tried to get free McDonald's from Mr. Heller.
Oh, yeah. I heard that. You guys went. Did you? Oh,
yeah.
So at first, I thought when I heard the story that you guys went through the drive-thru with the bus.
No. But you
parked
the bus and tried to go up, but it was late. And the McDonald's employees saw this bus full of boys.
And they said,
came back from winning districts and were like, no way. You guys got to go somewhere else. It was a great ride, a great team. This was my first year doing soccer since back when I was really young. Elementary, honestly. And this was my first time on the academy team, and it's just a great culture, great guys, some really great players that carry us, like Cooper and Johnny, great defender.
You think you're gonna join next year?
I'll be rejoining next year. It was a really fun experience, and hopefully I can improve a lot over the summer.
So for the varsity soccer girls team, they ended up losing their district game as well. I think they were about, maybe the other team had scored about 3 goals on them. And that's where it kind of went downhill. They were trying their best. I guess they just couldn't match their energy at the time. So they ended up losing 0-7. But there was a great effort, and all of our players. Mr. Moore ended up getting everyone in for that last game.
Yeah, that was a regional game. So they lost in the district final, which was really unfortunate. I was there to watch that, and it was literally 3 seconds left on the clock. They were tied 1-1, 3 seconds until penalties, and the other team scored on them to make it 2-1. It was devastating. But because of their seed, they got into regionals, and then they lost.
And then that's where they lost.
Which was unfortunate, but it was a great season for them as well. They went on a great winning streak. They played really well.
Had they not gone to regionals before, and this was their first?
Yeah, first time in regionals.
First time in regionals. That's a great accomplishment for our girls team, regardless of the loss.
Yeah, the soccer teams did well this year. It's a good year.
For the boys varsity basketball team, we ended up winning our first district game that we played, 55-42. We hadn't played this team before. We were kind of coming out, not knowing anything about them. But they were in our district, so we were gonna play them eventually. This was the team that you guys played in soccer, First Academy.
In the district final.
And you guys ended up beating them, and we beat them as well in basketball. We came out strong, shot well, played good defense, played as a team, and we ended up winning by a good amount. Our second game, though, this was our semifinals district game. We lost to North Tampa Christian. This is one of the better teams in our district. They have a couple prospects, couple 5-star, 4-star kids. A lot of them are getting offers. We ended up losing this game by a good amount. We were definitely the underdogs in this. We fought as best as we could. Our senior Maddie Vreeland broke the 3-point record for our school in one game, which was previously held by alumni Malik Hall. He scored 7 threes in the game, and Maddie scored 8 threes in this game. to break that
Wow.
record. Yeah, that was a good game for Maddie, but and we couldn't push through and get that win that we needed to get that district's win. But we do have still a strong team for next year, and we have a high potential of maybe winning next year. Who knows what could happen with these teams? Transferring and whatnot. The girls basketball team ended up playing Central Florida Christian Academy on February 13th and ended up losing their district game. For the week of March 13th and March 15th, we are going to have kind of modified school days because of the All School Musical Shrek coming up. So this is known as Play Week, and this is what we have every year. We have a Play Week where everyone in the play goes over to the USF Theater where the play is held at, and we rehearse there for that week before the play to get all the kids, kind of in that atmosphere, kind of in the energy to get ready for the play. And the students who aren't participating in the play have some fun activity that they're doing. Back when we were in middle school, it was a Rube Goldberg machine that we were making. That were you there for that?
No, I was actually in the play. I've been in the play every year since I joined in 6th grade.
Okay. I think I joined chorus. I think it was my 8th grade year. Eighth grade
Yeah,
year.
that sounds right.
And so like 7th grade, I think we did the Rube Goldberg machines. But yeah, they do have different activities for the kids that week. It's not like it's just a free week where the kids don't have to come to school. The kids are still encouraged to come to school, and still, they still take attendance, so it does count as a school day. But there will be fun activities, and there won't be, assignments that the kids in the play will have to make up later on.
It's a mix of community service opportunities, because obviously we have required hours to graduate, but also just some fun activities like the kayaking. I've never gotten to do it because I just love the musical too much, and I'm in it every year. But I know most of my friends do it each year because they're not really into the musical, and they've said they've enjoyed it and they have a lot of fun.
So moving into kind of the film aspect of things at our school, and why Benny's here to talk to us a little bit about the film program. They've been doing a lot of good things recently. I've seen on their Shakespeare's Nights Films YouTube channel, they have a lot of films, short films, from 60-second films to 3-minute films to 7-minute films here. Tell me a little bit about what you guys have been doing recently that's allowed you guys to make so many, short films, kind of like these longer films in such a short amount of time. Because I see that you guys have recently posted a lot of good quality films.
Yeah, well, this year we actually have 2 classes. So last year when Mr. Spalding joined and started the film program here, he just offered 1 course. And so we only had a class of maybe 8 to 10 students at any time, and they were all working on the same project. But this year is unique because we have Film 1 and Film 2, and each have different projects at different times that they're working on with different due dates. So now we kind of have a steady stream of content that's coming out from both classes. And thanks to the school funding for the film program, we've gotten a bunch of great gear. We have the Sony FX30. We have a Sennheiser boom mic, which has been fantastic, and it's improved our audio quality, which has just improved our films as a whole. We have Premiere Pro, which we use to edit and color grade, and so the quality has taken a huge leap this year, especially with the longer films like you'll see from Billy and Ethan, like The Wild East. And I just think it's been amazing seeing how far the film program's come. I was in the first film class last year with a few of my friends, and it's been great to see Mr. Spalding's growth as a teacher.
Yeah, it's grown. The whole class has grown a lot, right? Wasn't it of only a few of you guys last year in the class?
Yeah, it was just a few of us. It was like me and 4 other guys. And then we had some people that were in and out over the 2 semesters, but they didn't really enjoy film as much as we did. But this year, we have a dedicated class of Film 2 students that are mostly returning from last year, with the addition of Jack Hill and Joaquin Benitez. And then we also have a new younger class of Film 1 students that are learning the craft for the first time or picking it up again after a little while. And they're making really high quality films with the equipment they have. So I can't wait for next year to see how we improve and what new projects Mr. Spalding comes up with.
So a lot of these films that you guys have made, they're just on campus, right? They're just you guys using your creativity, using classrooms, using, the outdoors, our campus, to create really good quality short films, and without having a space. So just imagine like the creativity and you know the access that you guys are gonna have once this new building's created, like with those rooms and a new like TV room and things like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that new building to see what they do with that, because it'd be a really interesting area to have somewhat of a soundstage, you know, with a green screen, some good lighting. And then obviously we also have the new campus, which we've utilized a little bit because that offers a nice like forest feel. And so it's been used in one of Jack Hill's short films that was like a parody of 50s, 60s monster movies. And then it's also being used in a film that David's making called Catalyst, which is like an Oppenheimer retelling at the broken down dock, because a lot of the set pieces there just work well for films we're making.
What sparked your interest in film? I asked Luke this question when he was on the podcast, and you guys are good friends. What made you guys like or start to, you know, be interested in film and filmmaking and watching films?
Yeah, well, from a young age, I was introduced to movies. My dad obviously showed me the quintessential 80s movies once I was old enough to understand, and I loved those. And then in 2014, when the Lego movie came out, that was a big thing for me, because I always loved Lego because I'm a nerd. And then I saw that movie, and it was really interesting because it was computer animated to look like it was a stop motion, and it just kind of went on from there. And once I started making stop motions, I started making crappy films in iMovie with like my sister and my cousins. And then eventually, once I heard the school had a film program, I said, you know what, I might as well. I've always loved watching films and making films, and I really wanted to try out live action and see what I could do.
So speaking of, you know, like your Lego interest, I pulled up your
Yeah.
your YouTube channel here. It's called Ben's Bricks in Motion. You have just under 4K subscribers. A lot of these are stop motion. Almost all of it is, yeah, all of it's stop motion videos with, you know, like Lego, and dating back to your oldest video 7 years ago. Is this kind of when you started liking making videos in general, just like creating videos like this and telling a story with your Lego characters? Is this kind of where it started for you 7 years ago?
Yeah, this is where it started. This was in 2016. This is when I first started watching stop motion animations on YouTube, because I saw like Lego Ninjago animations, and I was inspired by that to just take whatever pieces I had and download a free stop motion app on my mom's iPad and just make these really crappy, janky animations with terrible lighting and movement. But eventually, after a couple years of making terrible stuff, I started actually learning and improving. And then I started building better sets. I worked on my movement. And over time, it became more time consuming because I was taking way more frames per each second of animation. But it became really rewarding because I was actually proud of what I was making. And so, yeah, that's definitely what sparked my interest in film. And I think even though now I love making live action films as well, stop motion will always be my favorite medium, because I just enjoy how much control I'm able to have over all of the settings and kind of the crazy things I'm able to do because of how simple it is to just build whatever I want to.
So how long does it take you to do just a 30-second scene?
Yeah, well, the 30-second scene there took about 2 weeks. And then for some longer videos, it can take 2 months, 3 months. Like the most recent long video I made, 7 minutes right there, that took around 2.5 months of work. And that was over the summer. So I had free time to just work on it for a couple hours a day.
So I'd imagine you're in the middle of a project now, right?
Yeah. I am in the middle of a project right now, and it's for film studies. So I'm making my final project, which is going to be handed into Mr. Spalding in April. I'm making that stop motion animated because I think my best quality films are my stop motions. And so I'm kind of doing a reimagining of an older project I made called War Torn, which is like a World War I animation. And so I've been working on that, and hopefully I can get a decent cut of it done by April in time for the film festival.
This guy knows what he's doing. His most popular video on YouTube has gotten 612,000 on his Lego Spider-Man No Way Home in 6 minutes video, 101,000 views, 75,000. Yeah, you definitely have high quality videos here, and you know the algorithm is starting to show people that talent. That's something that you should definitely be proud of.
But that's not the only place I get views. The AATL film account that I recently took over.
The AATL film Instagram account that Ben has recently taken over. That's had the previous owners have been Luke Savelius, Gabiana Romans, but it's definitely Ben should be the Instagram manager because his first video that he posted on the account got 244 views. The second one got 342. The third one got 416, and then the fourth one he made a kind of a film meme using the Super Bowl as the video in the background, and that got just under 33.5 thousand views. You know, obviously you know how to make something go viral here. Yeah. There's a pattern between your Lego videos and your Instagram videos. Yeah, just your creativity is definitely something that Academy should be proud of having. Benjamin Harrison.
Well, it's something I'd been wanting to do because Luke doesn't really understand how Instagram works. He's a bit of a grandpa when it comes to technology. And so I wanted to take over the account for a while, and he finally gave me the password. And I started off posting some neutral stuff that you'd expect to see, but I've gotten a little bit crazier in the past couple weeks, and it's been working. Although some of the comments from sad 49ers fans have been toxic.
Some people were talking some trash because he had posted the video was the Chiefs getting a touchdown. And some people weren't happy about that, but that's what happens when you go viral.
It worked. They engaged with it. They helped it get those 33,000 views.
Suleiman definitely one of those 49ers fans, not too mad.
He was devastated.
Not too happy about what happened.
I did attack him in the caption. So.
Will that do it?
I think that'll do it. Thanks for having me on, Will.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. If you guys want to come on the podcast, it's nothing, high stakes. It's just we're just having a conversation about, whoever's on. We're talking Ben's on here. We're talking about his passions, his hobbies, film, Lego stop motion videos. We're talking about some sports he's doing, soccer. It's not high stakes. It's fun to come on here and talk. So definitely, if you guys are interested, let me know. You'll see me around on campus. Let me know. Come talk to me. I'd be more than happy to have you guys on the podcast. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to go check out the AATL Film Instagram account, the YouTube account, Shakespeare's Nights, where they have a lot more films coming on there. Go say thank you to Ben for making this video entertaining when you see him on campus.
All right. Thanks for having me on.